Hi, I recently chaired a talk on creativity and data, which inevitably got me thinking about how we use data as part of our creative process here at CreateFuture, but also in the kind of wider industry. It's fascinating, it's wide-ranging and fast-moving topic. So to help me get my head around it, I broke the creative process down into a few statements that I believe to be true. So firstly, creativity requires inputs and insights. In this sense, we are all always working with data, be it briefs, market research, persona, analogous examples or references. But I should actually say, we're working from data because mostly we are freezing that data once we have it and then working from it. I think there's an opportunity to work instead with data. Data that is living data sets that can be interrogated in different ways as we move through the creative process. Certainly this is the case maybe with persona. Could we have dynamic persona powered by data that we can interrogate and interview as we develop creative ideas? Certainly the amount of data that's available to us is potentially overwhelming, so tools that help us find insights and connections within these data sets are likely to become a more prevalent part of our process. I'd certainly also like to see tools that look beyond the references that we tend to kind of go to look for surprising new sources of inspiration. Secondly, creativity requires experimentation and iteration. We very rarely land on the perfect idea first time, as much as we'd like to believe that happens. Ideas need a feedback loop to be improved upon until we're ready to make them live. So we mitigate this through kind of concept testing and prototyping, but could this be automated? I think services like Phrasey are really interesting here. They run millions of experiments within a virtual environment to predict the perfect email copy before a single customer sees it. Thirdly, creativity is subjective. So data allows us to kind of potentially create 100,000 variants of an artwork, tailored to the recipient's taste. And surely that should mean, that creative is going to land better. There's clearly some great examples here. I always tend to go to AKQA's work with Nike Plus, creating 100,000 personalized videos from the runner's data. But this has also enabled the automatic creation of creative, which I guess is a very crude form of designing, not from or with, but designed by data. The outputs of this, instead of feeling personalized, can often perversely come across as depersonal, and potentially deliver ever diminishing returns. Our client Adidas recently acknowledged that they'd over-indexed in this kind of digital because they could measure and see that it worked. But we're now shifting from marketing efficiency into marketing effectiveness. So is it better to have one big shared experience rather than 100,000 personalized individual ones? Recently, Mark Ritson and Ad Age did a study of the 50 years of Effie's winners, the Effectiveness Awards, and found that mass, very crudely, mass tends to deliver better than targeted. Retargeted adverts certainly don't deliver the same sort of water cooler moments that a drumming gorilla does. So my final thought for now, I guess, is the creative role at risk from data and AI in the same way that supposedly, accountants and lawyers are at risk? Potentially, smarter use of data and the tools to manipulate it, can certainly improve and augment the creative process, which should make us more efficient and effective. And we can use them to do more with less. But certainly, it's my hope that it can also make us more creative, allow us to ask bigger questions and to reach solutions that might be beyond our kind of native capabilities. So in that case, doing more with more. As I say, it's a really wide-ranging topic. I will only have scratched the surface, but I'm really, really keen to explore this more. And so certainly if you're using data in ways through the creative process, I would love to hear from you.